Hey Virgo, welcome to your reading. If you would like to meet your own spirit guide, I put together a free meditation to take you on a journey to the Temple of the Masters so that you could do just that. Without further, I'll link to that in the comments. So Virgo, you are exiting a hard period of your life, so you should kind of congratulate yourself of like the hard work of my life is over. And it's almost like you need to acknowledge, I'm no longer going to work myself to death. I'm no longer going to completely and utterly exhaust myself. Um, so it's really just a reassurance that like the hard days are over, Virgo, and the overworking yourself and exhausting yourself to death for money is over. Um, it does look like what's happening is that you're going through this growth of like wanting the soft side of life to be present and to be there, the friendships, the relationships, the vacation buddy. Because you're like reawakening to wanting a more passionate filled life. You're like, I want to look, all that money making I did, I used to really look forward to it. I liked growing my nest egg, blah, blah, blah. So you're like, but I need that passion back in life. And why that's all coming up is because the king of water, you're going through the king of water growth right now, Virgo. You're going into the I need love in my life. I need softness in my life. I do think that there's a little bit right now of you clamping down. Or wait, how do I word this? I think there's a little bit of like your old life was very structured, very rigid, very masculine, achieve, logic, task oriented. And the new life that you're trying to go into is about being softer, allowing yourself to like be loved and to love the other person. Um, and I think you're trying to bring some of the rules and the structures of your old life into the new one. But you kind of got to recognize that like love doesn't necessarily have a structure. It's not a, I provide this, you provide that. We did 50-50 and brought this experience together. It's more like, hey, how are you feeling? What's your social battery at? What's yours at? Okay. What finances can you contribute? Like, okay, you've got more time and social energy. Okay, you talk to everyone else and coordinate the group hangout and you go buy all the stuff for it. I don't have a lot of time or social battery, but here, I'll give you the money for it. Like, it has a little less fairness and structure to it. It has a little bit more of where's everyone at? Where's everyone at? And what can they contribute while still feeling good and uplifted with the experience? Like what you're missing right now, Virgo, is that when it's about loving someone and sharing experience with them or in a group, that it's about everyone coming together to feel uplifted. Not this whole drudgery of like, oh my God, we're all so tired. Yeah, we all did our chores to make this happen with who we hung out, Like maybe you need to expand and allow different people in who may not be able to bring like as much finance as you can, but can bring the softer, sweeter stuff like I knew you all were tired, so I went ahead and I don't know, whatever would relax you guys, a yoga instructor, a massage person. I went ahead and like got us all the infrared sauna. We could all take turns into it, just to relax our bodies. And someone will be like, "Oh my God, we're so glad you had the time, and I made all of you your favorite food too." Oh, thank you. So you get it now. Everyone's feeling uplifted. I loved focusing and spending my time on loving these people. These people were like, oh man, well, I was going to do the money making thing anyway, and you'll need it this little bit from me. And I get this like infrared, my favorite food, and my buddy gets it too. So it's kind of like, where's everyone at? What are the resources that everyone has? So you kind of got to like relook at how you're thinking about relationships. You're just carrying a little bit too much of the old structure and rigidness of your old life into the new one, which is more about like softness and playfulness and like feminine energy, In terms of your recent past, well, in terms of your recent past, I think you found someone who is kind of going the same growth as you and kind of saw things the same way you did. But I think that's where you realize, like, oh, wait, someone paying for like half the experience didn't bring as much fulfillment as I thought it would. honestly, Virgo, it's almost like, so you could use the word sadistic, but you could also use the word of how you like to be loved. It used to, when you would go, oh, they went way out of their way to give me this. Oh, they had to walk every day to work for 2 weeks because they spent their bus money to buy me this instead. Like, you got your sense of loved based on how much did the other person like sacrifice. And like, that's the change you're going through right now. You're like, hold on, I don't want love to feel like sacrifice for them. Like, I do get that love can, part of love is sacrifice. It's like oh, okay, fine, I'll miss my meeting because I get that you need me there for your meeting. Every once in a while that will happen, but it's like you're just expanding that that's not the only way you're going to experience love now. Because like you're really kind of starting to come into your own, which is like you know what, I actually really like being cuddled. You know what, I actually really like this. You know what, I actually really like blah, 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 blah. Um, it's like you're starting to become aware of the positive things that make you feel loved. Um, all right, Virgo, it kind of like coming up in the near future. There's going to be a little bit of conflict in your life. Not necessarily like a fight, but I think you're going to have some emotional strife with letting go the barriers in your heart of like, no, if a guy really liked me, he would love me this way. This is how I feel loved. He needs to prove that he loves me. Or like, I don't know how to completely word it, but letting go of the structured way you used to feel loved is going to be just like a little bit harder than I think you're aware of. Well, I like to be cuddled. So, universe, give me in a lover who likes to cuddle. Um, yeah, I just think it's going to be a little, wait, I can't drop that standard in my life because then that means I'll get guys who don't love me in. Like, that's going to be kind of like the little bit of internal struggle. Okay, in terms of your personal power this month, oh, your personal power this month is for you to like acknowledge, I do have seeds well planted to having a happier life. Because it kind of looks like right now you're a little focused on the drudgery, the drudge, the like, you've gone 70-80% of the way through the swamp to get to the greener grass. And you're so focused on the oh my god, the dread of the feel of like, oh my god, I still have to walk through this. And you're looking back and be like, oh my god, this is miserable misery, and like I still have 30% more to go this way. The dread of the future work, right? And like the looking around of like, wait, this is utterly fucking miserable, like my life sucks. But it's the, wait a second, I'm 7 out of 10 there. I'm 70% of the way there. Oh my God, this was a lot of, like, you can look back and go, this was a lot of hard work to get where I'm at right now, where I do expect and want more out of life for myself, where I do want brighter things, shinier things, more money to buy myself things. I acknowledge that I worked hard to get here. Thank God I'm 70% of the way done. Even though I see this last 30%, it's going to be a lot of hard work and it's not going to be overnight. I'm still willing to put in the work to get there. And I only got 30% left, baby. When I do 1% more, I only got 29% more. It's like you got to like start recognizing that like the journey is like you're on the downhill part of the journey. So can you allow your mindset to switch to like see that? I'm more than halfway there. I'm like 2/3 there, baby. It is, and it's kind of like you need to commit to doing the vibrational work so that you can change from the inside out to get the new reality too. Universe, I am willing to vibrate at a higher financial level. Universe, I am willing to vibrate at where I vibrate, where more love is exuding out of me, where I contain more love in my body. and then allowing yourself to like drop those old barriers that you used to have so that you can just begin to vibrate at a softer, more gentle, more loving vibration. Like that's what will help the journey ahead to get what you want, feel lighter. And all manifestation is an emotional journey. It's about feeling better, about enjoying and having your desire. When you get to the, oh my God, that is going to be so good, I can't wait to get it, like that's when it comes rolling in. So manifesting is about the emotional journey there. Oftentimes as you start to emotionally feel better, then comes the action work of like, oh, I do feel like I kind of think I am worthy of a new job. Let me start applying. But then when you're applying, it's like the, oh my God, I applied to so many jobs and nothing's come in. Well, okay, can you still acknowledge that you got to the level where you even thought like, there's clearly a part of me that thinks I'm worthy of more. I've even been applying. All right, universe, I'm kind of tired of like spending my time this way. I just want to be enjoying the new job. Help me switch vibrations so I could vibrate at the level of receiving and earning more money. So I could vibrate working at a safe environment. So I could vibrate at moving somewhere like better and more aesthetically pleasing. A lot of this is about you being willing to enjoy aesthetically more. It's kind of like you used to get a lot of joy out of, even though I'm in this shit environment, I know how to positively focus. I may not like all of this, but I like this, I like this, I like this. Look how joyful I am. And now it's more just about admitting of like, actually, when I wake up, I want to look around and see more things that just bring me. I want to look around and see things that make it easier for me to be in a higher vibe. I hope that made sense. All right, in terms of outside influences want you to be a little bit more clear and direct. And to take a little bit more leadership. Instead of ooh, goody, I manifested this fun thing. It's like no, I will become the person who receives more money. I will become the person who could start charging for my time. I will become this person. And then universe guide me through the emotional journey. And then there's just going to be a day where it snaps and like someone will call. Maybe you used to go do a little bit of free modeling because they were a friend or an old friend, or, oh, it's such a small project. It'll be like, yeah, I'd love to help you with that. That sounds really fun. Does this amount sound fair to you? Perfect. Since you're like kind of throwing them a bone and giving them like a heavily discounted price, it's like, oh, well, perfect. Here's my Venmo. What, you want me there at 5 p.m.? You know? And like they're going to be oh yeah, that sounds fair. You're like, I haven't received a text. Like I just received a text and today, and it was a, hey, I'd like a little short read from you. And it was like, okay, I can make time today. Does this sound fair? Or there was no, hey, how much does it charge or anything. So it could have been like, oh, you only need like one question. Okay, I'll hop on the phone with you really quick. Or it was like, hell, in my experience, these tend to be longer. It tends to be more than the yes or no. Okay, you're insisting only 15, 20 minutes. You're insisting it's only one question. Well, like, okay, well, let's at least do the 15, 20 minute one. I am going to rely on my experience. I know it's typically more than just the one question. So does this amount sound fair to you? And like, you're just going to become that person, you know? Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears, well, your fear is that you don't want to become this clear-cutting, purely logic person that you just can't love and you just can't like give and you just can't be that happy, joyful little person. Like you're kind of just afraid of becoming like purely objective and like non-emotional, and you just don't want to come across as non-giving. You don't want to come across as non-sharing. So it's almost as if you're afraid of being perceived as someone who hoards and doesn't share the wealth. I'm becoming a person who's becoming comfortable with holding on to more money for me. I'm becoming a person who's comfortable with having more money stocked up just for me and my pleasures and my life. I'm increasing my financial frequency so I allow more to flow to me, and I'm allowing myself to spend more of it purely on me. In terms of your outcome this month, well, despite all the good awarenesses and epiphanies and tips I threw out in this video, let me word that differently. Your outcome for this month is that you're still going to be left with that needing that perspective shift. needing that epiphany, needing that, oh, bloody hell, here's how I can view that 70% journey really good, really in a good, positive way. Oh, bloody hell, here's how I can see that 30% as like easy and smooth and excited, let's go. So you're on the journey of getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready. And you're just not at the point where like magic starts to happen, where you're getting the new job, you're going to the new country. You're at the phase of getting ready to be getting ready. All right, Virgo, I hope this reading helped. Don't forget, I go live every Tuesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for free right here on YouTube with free mini reads. I call the show High Vibe Morning, so come hang out. Lots of love. Bye, guys.